probably didn't think I ever did any hiking or practicing because it's been so long since you've seen me. But I do. Here's where I am today. Out hiking with a loaded pack, trying to get some practice in. It's the middle of January and it's 70 degrees outside. What the heck? It's crazy. This section that I'm doing, I'm going to cross a road in a little bit and go over, and there's like a loop that goes through the woods on the other side of the road that you can add on to this hike and make it a little bit longer. And if I do all of that plus what I'm doing right here, I think it's right around 4 miles, maybe just right around 4 miles. And depending on how that goes, and if I have time, I might just do the whole thing again and make it closer to 8 miles and give myself a good test. This morning I'm actually testing out a brand new pack. I'm wanting to get this done before it starts raining because I don't want to get the pack wet when I still have the tags on the pack dangling off the back. But I really wanted to test the pack out good. I'm trying to make up my mind between the pack I'm wearing right now and another pack that I've already purchased a few months back, and decide between the two. I'm going to need some help. Maybe you guys can help me figure out what your thoughts are about these packs when I get done wearing this one. I'll tell you what my dilemmas are about the packs, and maybe y'all can give me some input and tell me what you think, those of you that are experienced backpackers. I've done a lot of day hikes, but I'm basically inexperienced when it comes to backpacking. I've done only like a couple of overnight trips, and I've got one coming up, and pretty much that's gonna be my main opportunity to do anything between now and when I start. So I'm gonna go out there as a real newbie when it comes to backpacking. So we'll see. Here I am to the road. I'll film again when I get over and across. Okay, across the road. Here we are. This is what I much prefer hiking on rather than on the gravel path. This is a normal footpath through the woods. This is what I like. I've done these trails a bajillion times. This is right here in my hometown, and so I've repeated these trails over and over and over and over and over again. Probably done this section that I'm doing today the most of any trail that I've done anywhere. So it's familiar, and easy. It's not hard, but it's a walk, and that's what I enjoy getting out here and doing. Had a tiny little bit of mist a little while ago. Nothing big. It's about 100% humidity out here, so it could rain at any time. I'm hoping it doesn't. I don't want to get the pack messed up. Loaded the pack up totally with everything, just like I would be planning to go out to THRU hike. but I probably left out about, I don't know, 2 or 3 little tiny items, because I didn't want to put, it was mostly things that I would put in the big pocket on the back of a very big stretchy pocket on the pack, because I didn't want to stretch the pocket out in case I decide that I need to return it. So I'm trying to take care of it. So, but I did weigh the pack before I left this morning. It was 19.5 pounds, which is going to be pretty close to my fully loaded pack. I think the most my pack will weigh, I think, will be about 23 pounds. So we'll see, but this should give me a good idea of if the pack is actually gonna be comfortable enough to work for me. I could be wrong. Maybe 3 pounds added makes a huge difference in how the comfort of the pack is, but anyway, that's what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm on to round 2. Stopped and took my pack off to get water. So here's the one discovery. I cannot reach my water bottle when I'm wearing this pack. So note to self, if this pack winds up being the one, I've got to get a pouch to go on my shoulder strap to carry my water bottle in, because I definitely cannot get to my water bottle while wearing this pack and reaching into the side pocket. That's not going to happen. So the 2 packs that I'm trying to decide between are the Gossamer Gear Mariposa, and the one I'm wearing is the Hyperlight Mountain Gear Junction. There are features about both packs that I really like. It's a matter of figuring out which one seems to be the most comfortable. So I bought the Mariposa first, loaded it up, and took it on a overnight backpacking trip. I bought the Mariposa because I thought I really liked the idea of carrying my tent on the outside pocket. It just seemed like that was a good idea, not getting all the wetness and rain and dirt and everything on the inside of my pack. Carrying that pack somehow or another, I ended up at the end of that trip where I had some right here on both shoulders. I had some pretty significant pressure points. Carrying the pack was no problem. I mean, while I was hiking, it didn't bother me at all. The weight felt comfortable, no issues at all. But it was when I took the pack off that I really felt those places. I was able, after the next day, to put the pack on, carry it all that day. Again, didn't notice any rubbing or anything like that while I was hiking that day. But that night, after I took the pack off, again, those places really bothered me, to the point where I felt like if it was several days of that in a row, it would hinder my being able to hike comfortably at all. It was pretty tender. I took pictures of myself wearing the fully loaded pack and sent them to Gossamer Gear, emailed them, and asked them what they thought about the fit. And they wrote back right away, and they said, "It looks like you've got an excellent fit." You know, I showed different angles, and they said, "Maybe you have tightness across your shoulders, and you need to work on exercises to not be quite so tight across your shoulders. Well, yeah, that is a problem that I struggle with all the time. I work sitting at a desk 7 hours a day, and I'm, hunched over my desk, and I go to the gym for an hour every day and work out pretty hard. And I have been working on trying to get rid of this tightness for years. I do all kinds of stretches and exercises and all that. So if that is in fact the case, which I'm not doubting that that's a problem, I'm just saying that seems like something that's going to take me years of working on, and maybe even someday retiring, and then that will fix my tightness across my front of my shoulders. So if that's the case with this tightness thing happening up there, I just think that's a long-term issue that I got, and not something I can fix in the next couple of months before I start my THRU hike. So I don't know, and maybe that's not even the problem, I don't know. All the reviews on the Mariposa are so good about how comfortable a bag it is, and it's so well padded, and it is very well padded, and I again felt no discomfort while wearing the pack. So there's that. Anyway, so I ordered this pack that I'm wearing today, thinking it also has a lot of good reviews, but it carries differently than the Mariposa. I feel like the Mariposa is not nearly as high. You can see how this fully loaded pack comes up high, but it's more of a narrow carry and taller, whereas the Mariposa, with the side pockets loaded up and the back loaded up, it's not as nearly as tall, but it's a little bit wider carry. So maybe that's an issue for me in particular. I don't know. That's why I'm trying this one out. If any of you experienced backpackers out there have any suggestions or thoughts between the two bags, let me know. In particular, do you think there's an issue in wider versus taller and thinner profile? I don't know. There's so many choices in backpacks out there, and you could go on and on and on and on and on trying packs, but I'm trying to come up with something that is very lightweight, carries pretty comfortably, and is the right size for me. Still hiking, but almost done. Not too much further. The weather's crazy. I was just texting with my daughter, and I said, I'm out here hiking. Feels like 100 degrees. She texted me back, said, nope, 70. So, oh boy. It's January, y'all. What in the world? I've just come out of the woods, and you have to walk through this little parking lot of this apartment complex. The path is behind, the exit of the path is behind me. And it has just started sprinkling. And right up there is my car. And I have finished my hike, so how's that? Perfect timing. Just couldn't get any better.